I got these pills.
Gonna take everything I can.
Smoker. Reloading.
Boomer!
Through this part.
Watch out!
For sure, this Boomer is still trying to land a proxy, only a little bit of chip damage going out on that first hit. So, for the Smile Support Society, they are actually using a ringer tonight. It's Tofu, Hero, aka Kenton, Impulse, and Lawnmower, aka WOW. And then for Team Silencio Jockies, it's Ramirez, Avocado, aka Acer, Prodigy Sim, and Apathy. So, a great matchup coming out here tonight. Lots of well-known players, and I expect both teams to do very, very well on this map, thanks to their synchronization. We have a Hunter, Charger, Spitter, and Jockey. For this next hit coming out here, that Charger is actually going to find a land into the back right there, and the Hunter's going to win as well. Almost a 3-cap going out with that pin and charge into Spit. Really good, very, very well synchronized hit coming out from Team Silencio Jockies.
Through here. I'm reloading.
Hey, don't shoot the car.
Down this alley.
Oh god, they couldn't hear me. They couldn't hit me on the stream, boys. We're good now.
Nice shooting.
Oh, they could? Well, that's good. That means I've been talking to myself most of this time. We do have a Charger going out in the back right there. Double cap landing with that Jockey, but the Charger did get cleared right before that went down. So I am liking the way that Team Silencio Jockeys is playing their SI so far. But then the response from Team Smile Support Society has just caught up, kind of like Kiss Me, with the fact that he was muted that time. Now, since the stream's delayed, I'm now just getting messages that they can't hear you.
Building.
Yeah, I got I looked down at OBS for a second. I was like, wait, my mic button's not working right now. And I believe it's because I went and recorded that demo. I pressed a button I shouldn't have, and it did something in OBS. But regardless, another attack coming in here, though. Hunter Charger working the way down. A nice semi-double cap happening there, with the Charger kind of stumbling one survivor up against the wall and getting a bunch of punches onto him. Not exactly a full cap, but still, for those punches, it definitely amounted to what might as well have just been a cap. But with that being said, Avocado getting a tank here for Team Silencio Jockeys. And we're going to see Smiles to support Body go ahead and rotate over to the left room. And looks like they're going to have to take the tank here, which is the best spot in my opinion.
Indeed, and we have a tank up in the hands of Acer right here, and he is going to be working for you. And I'm getting more messages that they haven't fixed that, by the way, Kiss. I don't know what's going on. Double Boom does manage to land there. Matter of fact, it is a Tri-Boom, working his way down, trying to get that corner onto Tofu, not working quite yet. Now he has managed to secure that corner onto Ellis. We have Survivor Jockey at the top as well. Hunter's going back down, managing to land onto Rochelle. This should be a wipe. Indeed, the tank has found the last corner, still has over 3k HP. The Survivor stuck in the ceiling. Acer, can he actually hit that Survivor? Okay, yes he can. He was stuck for a second in the bathroom wall right there. At least I think it's a bathroom. I'm not sure if that's a tub or if that's some kind of warp portal to a different dimension. But either way, Silencio Jockey securing the wipe off of Acer's tank right there. Great SI support, great SI play in general.
Indeed, very well played there by Avocado, aka Acer. And we will be switching halves, obviously. Having Team Silencio Jockeys go over to the Survivor half with Team Smile Support Society going over to the SI. I don't know why that name messes with me so much. I think because I want to say like Spectacular Soy Sauce so badly.
Yeah, I explained the TSSS thing before a little bit, I'm pretty sure, to at the end of that last cast that we did, but you just want to say it so badly and then you can't. That's the thing. It's two completely different teams, same acronym. And I think it was the same thing we had when it was Apocalypse Gaming at one point and then Animosity Gaming to RBT3. Teams starting to recycle a couple of those acronyms. We are going live right here. We're doing that Jockey managing land off a quick pull. Charger gets obliterated. Boomer gets a single boom. Smoker gets a repull onto Rochelle for a little bit more chip damage going out right there. Again, about the same amount of damage from the first two hits for both teams at the start.
Indeed. I mean, initially coming into this game, might as well go on a bit of a prediction rant. Nice jump there by Nick as well to circumvent a bit of that map. And, I mean, going on a bit of a prediction rant for a second, coming into this game, I would have definitely predicted Team Smile Sports side to actually be in the forefront of this game with the better chances to actually win. But attack coming in here, though. Hunter, Jockey, Jargo working away from behind. Charger lands a single charge out onto Alice. Everything else getting obliterated in the doorway. That Spit does find a little bit of an edge there onto Alice, though, and actually pushes a lot of damage out onto him. Around 40-plus damage onto him. And very nice hit from them right there, even though only one SI was able to actually get through the doorway. But yeah, anyway, going back to the rant, I would definitely expect Smile Sports side to actually come away with this win. And I still think that's just how it's going to go, because I feel like their Survivor is just a little bit stronger than Silencio Jockies. Albeit, obviously, I'm friends with a lot more people on Silencio Jockies, but skill-wise, I would give the edge probably to Smile Sports Society.
Well, I mean, the wipe here does help Team Silencio Jockey's case right off the bat. And we do have a hit coming in the back right here. Smoker trying to get pulled on the alarm car actually is going to get it, and that is going to trigger the alarm car as that hunter gets skeeted. One thing I would like to mention, though, is that because Team Silencio Jockeys is, you know, it's filled with people who are big name players and that kind of stuff, I think they've probably gotten more chemistry at the moment than Smile Support Society. That Spare does go in, and the only reason I say that is because Sickening and Glitch, neither of them are actually playing in this game. That's why Kenton is playing as the Ringer, so I think that Ringer dynamic's going to change things a little bit. Obviously, all their players on Survivor are still pretty solid, but as we saw in that tank fight, things can still go terribly wrong for them, and if Team Silencio Jockeys gets an early lead here, I would actually tend to lean a little bit more in their direction. I do agree with what you're saying, though, based on just basic skill right there.
Oh my god!
Charger spawning the tank! I have never seen that, and there actually still might be an alarm car horde here trickling in. The Survivor's going to try to drop back. Rochelle's a little bit farther behind. Tank dropping in. Nice boom going out. Tank is in the hands of Impulse for Team Smile Sports Society. His car, I think, did just get whacked out of play, but the Survivors are going to keep working their way back to the station because that was a weird chain of events.
I have never, in my 7 years of playing this game, seen that happen to a Survivor with a Charger. That is, that's one of a kind. That is so perfectly timed. Then you also have to figure that the Charger actually has to stop on the Survivor, not actually go through him and like actually charge him downwards. That was that's just one of a kind. I literally I put my palm up against my forehead and I was like, oh my god. I was like, what is that? Literally, for these that might have missed it, Rochelle was jumping up and down on one of the not scaffoldings, I forgot what they call them. Oh, what a car! What? Oh, Beast him eating a car to the face, and that's going to cause the commit here from the tank along with the triple cap.
This has been such a weird round so far, but this tank is going to go down there and grind P-Sim into the dirt. P-Sim killing the maker of Confoggle right there. That is going to lose Impulse of a couple of points, but he is going to work his way in right now, trying to find the rest of his fires. This is not really not looking good. 14 Silencio Jockey. Separation pull does go out. Tank is able there to cover. Going to throw that rocket, managing to land it onto Acer once again. Cornering him, getting him down as well. Smoker is still up, and the tank still has this car spinning into the air a little bit too hard, I think, on that hit. But he's now going to be able to decommit and work his way behind the bus. This has been such a weird round, Kiss Me.
I have no idea what is going on right now. Silencio Jockeys having some of the weirdest games in the tournament thus far. Tank now drops back in, punches Nick back up to the high ground. That's going to put him out of harm's way, and that will be the tank dying off now. So Rochelle and Nick will go ahead and pick up Coach. Obviously, P-Sim dying off from that early car hit that dropped down on his head, and that will be the end of P-Sim, but his team will live on, and they will most likely end up taking the lead here, because as it stands right now, they're only 20 points behind Team Smile Sports Society, and that is made up just by distance alone, I'm sure. So they will be more than likely in the lead come the end of this round, wherever they may end. I'm expecting them to make it further, unless some weird tri-cap happens. That's possible.
Yeah, I mean, they could get 3-capped. I mean, depending on the coordination from the Special Fight team. This choke here is a little bit tough. It looks like Ram is going to be staying in the back. They expected that Charger. Charger's going to go in there, not going to land. We do have a Boomer going in on Ramirez in the back with that Jockey landing onto Nick. Apathy for a little bit more damage right there, and then a little bit of spit damage going out onto Coach as well, but they really need the 3-cap. I mean, these Survivors with their level of play could still make the safe room with bonus, honestly, just with 3 people.
Yeah, I don't really see anything stopping them, as you just mentioned. They're very well-rounded players and individuals in general, and once again, you put that into a team environment, and these guys once again have a lot of chemistry together. They've been friends for a very long time. I'm not too sure how long Apathy's been around the group, but P-Sim, Acer, Ram, they're like the Three Stooges almost. When they get together, they just make people laugh just by pretty much their presence. But regardless, we'll see another attack looking to come in here. Jockey Smoker working away, and Hunter lands a nice 23 damage DP out onto Rochelle. She does eventually get up off the ground, but now there's a Smoker latching onto Coach, dragging him into the spit, and that's going to be a chunk of damage being pushed on the Survivors. Last set of pills popped on top of Ram. And, yeah, now they're going to have one Survivor completely bleeding out here for the rest of the round, that being Coach, until they find a set of pills for him. So Acer has to try and hightail it through the map and keep up with his teammates. And Ram and Apathy, they just look like they want to get away from Coach. They're like, you know what, you're going to slow us down and get away.
Exactly. I mean, that might be okay strategy as well. This is the same spot where Rochelle's actually staying in the same spot we saw that first charge of land. Boomer's going to spawn up in the back there. Imagine you'll land a nice double boom out, and there is a tri-cap up. Hunter, Jockey, and a Charger here for Team Smile Support Society. Let's see if they can capitalize on this. Already one shutdown going out. Charger getting beautifully leveled right there by Ramirez. Everything shut down. I think they tried to go in enclosed space where the survivors were a little bit grouped up, but Ram was watching for that match to level that Charger before anything went down.
Indeed, very well played by Team Silencio Jockeys. They will now officially take the lead up by around 19 points as it stands right now. And they're going to go ahead and look around for some pills here. They still got to find something here for Acer to get him back to quick pace here so he can keep up with the rest of his team. And they also have this witch to deal with, which once again, this is probably the last time we'll be seeing this map in the tournament. Well, I can say it's definitely the last time we'll be seeing the tournament, but it might be the last time that we'll be seeing it this weekend, because who knows, there might be another game tonight. I don't believe there is, though. But, you know, things happen, things pop up, so little bits of tidbits of information that we have learned throughout the course of this. That witch will not actually draw any horde if you just run up and crown her. If you draw her, though, she gets startled, that will draw horde. Like that didn't draw any horde, I believe. But that tri-boom is going to. Boomer landing a tri-boom and capping one of the stars. That being coached as well because they didn't find any pills for him. Hunter and Charger working their way in, looking for the caps here. Hunter lands, but Charger whiffs because of that hunt. And that will be a pickup needed onto Coach. Rochelle will go ahead and stand up after that Hunter gets cleared off of her. And that will be the attack over and done with, and which also dealt with.
Yeah, that's actually going to be trolling the pickup there from that common as well, from that residual horde. Doing a pretty good job at knocking the common off now, but almost all that damage bonus has been completely gone, especially thanks to the death onto Sim. I mean, Team Silencio Jockeys are going to be able to push their way through the map here, and they obviously have already taken the lead, but it's not going to be by much at all. They have one survivor black and white now as well, besides the...
Rails just cut out, but that's a double cap happening along with the Hitman. Hey, you cut out there. Double cap happening along with the boom onto Rochelle. Will secure the makeshift tri-cap out on the stars. Yeah, your mic just cut out, and I stood in here for like 3-4 seconds. I was like, Rails?
Well, there is. I was talking about bulletproof wedding tents and how you can't actually clear through them, and Ram tried to do that, and it didn't work.
Oh yeah, we didn't hear any of that.
That's good. Yeah, that's pretty much all I said.
It was like the moment they hit that like dance floor up ahead, you just cut out, and I was like, Rails?
I hit the dance floor and I lost it. That sounds about right. Not bad, not bad. But hey, that's going to be Team Silencio Jockeys taking a small lead, 416 to 331. 85 points? That's really nothing to speak of at this point in time. I mean, 36% tank is what we've been seeing here, and it still could be anybody's game. We'll see if your prediction holds true in terms of Smile Support Society's Survivor being as consistent as it has been in the tournament prior to this point.
Yeah, I mean, I believe we saw them face off against EOS last week, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, it was. And EOS by like 1,000 or something.
Yeah, they played some amazingly strong Survivor, them being, of course, Smile Support Society. So I'm really interested to see how they actually pair up here against Silencio Jockeys, both these teams being at a 3-1 record right now in the tournament group stage. So whoever wins here will go ahead and pretty much guarantee themselves a spot in the top 16, and then the other team will have another 2 weeks to actually secure one more win. And let's see what this second round holds for us. Once again, guys, welcome to the Blue Dot Tournament, round number 5. Map of the week is the Pacifice. This will be probably the last game you guys will be seeing of this in the tournament. And we are bringing you Silencio Jockeys on your survivors going up against Team Smile Support Society on the SI. First hit's going to be a Jockey Charge, a Spitter, and a Hunter, so a nasty tri-cap for this area. Obviously, you don't really want the smoker. There's no really Dragon to win too, but the other three are just very good at this area. There we go. There's a tri-cap happening with the spit going down on top of the Hunt. Coach on top of the railing, though, so he will avoid all that spit damage, and that will be the attack. Actually, for what it was, relatively negligible damage out onto the survivors. That was actually a lot less than I thought it would be.
Quick tri-cap. Quick tri-cap, even quicker clears off that. I mean, I can't speak at this point, but that was really, really nicely taken for after eating the SI, the way they managed to recover from it for Silencio Jockeys. I thought that was going to be a lot more damage had that spit actually been able to maximize onto that Charger, but I don't think it actually was able to, so this is a pretty good position now for the Survivors to be in. Only one more hit to take, I think. Another good hit, though. Spitter, Smoker, Hunter, and a Charger. So another tri-cap with that charged spit for this area. It could be detrimental to the Survivors after they start pushing underneath that small awning. We'll see where our Survivor team decides to hold out this tank as well. I expect them to fight it around this area. SI should be going in sometime soon. Smoker looking for a pull in the back. Everything's inside now. Charger spawning inside, jumping up on the bar, and not going to land. Are going to have a pull spit going out. Nice skeet going out onto that Hunter as well. But Coach taking a lot of damage from that spit.
Literally everywhere Coach went, there was just spit coating all of the furniture, all of the I don't even know what to call them, the bar stools, the benches, everywhere he went there was just a layer of spit, and he caught a load of that to say the least. And we'll see the survivors go ahead and crossing the choke point now, scot-free, but obviously that damage beforehand dealt more than enough damage to warrant that free crossing. And the SI gotta be happy with that previous hit. But anyway, tank will be up now a little early here in this area, actually. Boomer going in, looking for industrial boom for this tank. Will land a double boom out onto Nick and Alice. And this tank in the hands of Hero, 14 spots for Society, is going to be hit.
That is Kenton with the tank right now, pushing his way in off that double boom, trying to find the initial corner onto Alice, gets the initial punch, but knocks him to the other side of the road there. Now he's working on Coach, managing to get him cornered. That should be one more punch after that one in order to get him down, so he's actually going to be able to get that, and the Horde is almost dead at this point. Tank has 2k HP left. Hunter is up, the rest of the support did go in and get shut down. Rock going in, not going to land, and this is... It could have been a lot better had the support been a little more well-timed, in my opinion, but that tank had a couple issues getting that corner to the stack. It's just such a wide-open area, and the survivors can kite it so easily, even with a double boom.
Yeah, there's some really wide-open areas back there, obviously, which is pretty much at either end of the street, so the survivors don't have the hardest time just kiting the combo. But there's another double boom happening on the survivors. This time it's going to be coaching Nick, and we're going to see if Kenton decides to go in for some rocks here or transfer his position up to the top. But it looks like he's going to go straight from the ground level, throw a rock to the star. He's not going to find it, though. It gets obliterated in the air. And then he can actually get up above where he is, but it looks like he doesn't really want to. He just wants to try and stay in that opening, that doorway, and just, you know, keep raining in some rocks here and there. He is on second pass now, 90% rage, and this is probably going to send him AI here if he doesn't land this rock, which he actually might. Very close distance. That is going to land onto Nick, actually. So Kenton keeping the tank alive here. Going for a cheeky little punch around the doorway into the survivors, but he will meet 4 shotgun blasts to the face, ending his tank. But it's still a good amount of damage, getting that full end cap out into Apathy, and a little bit of spread damage onto the others.
Honestly, for eating 2 double booms in that area, I'm sure Silencio Jockies is pretty happy with this outcome. Like, they did take that full end cap out there and piece him at that rock at the end, but they were able to clear mostly everything else. Nice boomer pop by Ramirez on to Mr. Lawnmower right there again, who is tagged up as WOW. It's like the opposite of a VOV face. It's just a little bit more shoulders in it. And we actually see piece him a little bit behind right now, but now he is going to be able to catch up with his team, trying to break through that board of wood. Charger, Jockey, and a Spitter finally breaking it down with melee weapons to let him back inside. Let's see if they elect to go now or when the choke actually appears. It looks as though they want to go now, maybe. That Hunter wants to come from behind. The Jockey is the 4th spawn, and never mind, I lied. They are setting up way down below.
Yeah, I mean, this drop is a pretty nasty choke point if you really do think about it. There's a lot of spawns all around the survivors that they can't really pre-fire or try and get some early chip on the survivors with. But the Hunter is going to get blown out of the air? What? Where was he? I don't know what he was doing or where he was even, but the Hunter just gets absolutely obliterated here. Here comes the Charger on the ground floor. They're going to go and completely miss the charge, though. Jockey latching onto Coach's back. He's going to get drug into the spit. Charger going ham with the punch out onto Coach, and that's going to do a lot to the damage bonus of Apathy. That is going to obliterate them. I got to check the health on that one. They're going to drop him down to a 28 health bonus. That's all from Apathy. There goes the drop crown out on the Witch. Coach going to easily grab that, but still, Apathy taking so much damage to that damage bonus. Already down to 28 yet again.
Thing is, they still have 679 bonus, mostly from the health bonus at this point that you did mention. But that's still a lot of damage that needs to be done to them. This Hunter's going to try to go in, Spit's going to go down onto the overtop right there, and that's going to be a pulling out onto Prodigy Sim, doing a lot of damage to him, actually. Now we're going to see a Tri-Boom in that corner. Survivor's trying to move away. Stumble onto Ellis, moves him back into Spit. He's going to go slow as well. That's a little bit better now that both the survivors were pushing to the slow range from those couple of hits. And I'm expecting to see probably Team Silencio Jockeys make the safe room, but depending on where that tank is and where the survivors decide to fight it on the other side, I think that could definitely be a beatable bonus, even at this point, for Team Smile Sports Society if they play their best survivor. It does wait to be seen, though, if they can kill Silencio Jockeys before they make the safe room with a pretty damn good bonus.
I mean, it's a definite possibility as it stands right now. If you look at the health that they're sitting at right now, they have 2 yellows, and then Apathy is also on the brink of going slow here as he's sitting at 41 HP. Now down to 40. Attack Commando from behind. Charger laying a double, triple, quad charge out on the survivors. Spit's already gone out, though, but that's a lot of bowling damage out on the survivors. Going to drop 3 of them down into the reds permanently. Well, I mean, Apathy was already down in the red, but Avocado and Peace will go ahead and follow suit now. What a quad charge, whoever that was. And if that Spit had just held it, that would have been the wipe right there.
That would have been a wipe off the quad charge. That's one of the first quad charges I've seen in a very long time. That was ridiculous. Absolute strike down the center alley right there Survivors limping their way forward. Smoker, Hunter, Boomer, and another spawn coming into queue is going to be a Jockey. So double boom going out right there onto the Survivors. They're going to get a couple kills here. Ram still has a good amount of permanent health bonus. Smoker pull not going to go up, but we do see a pounce onto Alex. Now we see the Smoker pull going onto Ramirez with Jockey. Scratch downs going on. Actually managing to relatch onto Ram. That's an in-cap on Coach. Silencio Jockey. The last two hits are ripping them apart.
Yeah, I don't see a way of them actually. Well, no, they actually just got 2 sets of pills. So I do see them being able to make this from here. Alice should be popping a set of pills. I don't know why he's waiting. Well, a single tick of damage from Spit will even put him down. But Avocado Acer not giving up on it. And he's actually going to go ahead and run up the staircase. Now Nick getting charged at the top along with the Spit. And the Hunter's going to go in and look for the interception. Pounce onto Nick. Will go ahead and grab it as well. That's probably a cap on piece him. Indeed it is. So Silencio Jockies will be held up here a little bit longer, looking for this pickup on Nick. But the good news is there should not be any more spawns to stop them from the safe room, which is right around this corner. But those past 2-3 hits right there, just obliterating any health bonus that they had going into that. And I mean, even the hit before the event started, just wonderfully played there by Team Solid Sports side. They put the Spit down in the middle of the upper part where they opened up that first grate, and the 3 survivors got pushed into the corner, and then that Smoker pulled the other survivor down into the ravine, and they had no clear way of actually getting the clear out onto him. So really well played by them, using the SI to the fullest abilities, using the Spit to kind of separate the survivors and work on them individually. And just overall, the past 3-4 hits from the SI on that half were just amazing. It just ripped the survivors down.
That was a ridiculous ability for Team Smile Sports Society to just like completely pound that damage bonus down to nothing, hitting the health bonus at the end there too. Again, showing that they really need to focus one or the other. They just hit the survivors well. Great hits, and now it's up to their survivor to have a little bit of a comeback here from what happened on that first map. It's going to be a Hunter, Jockey, Charger, and a Spitter for the Silencio Jockeys. First hit. Looks as though that Hunter is spawning up in front. Charger, Spitter want to come from behind. We do see the Jockey and the Hunter colliding on the same survivor. Charger does get shut down. A little bit of spit damage going out because I think Ellis got caught on the stairs for a second, but now they should be able to push through that without a whole lot more incident, maybe blitzing through this pool room and potentially the next choke.
Indeed, Tofu pushing up ahead here, ahead of the rest of his teammates, looking for these clears on the common, trying to clear the way for when the next SI attack does start to come in. They're going to have an easy path to fight the SI with no random stragglers here, that being the commons, to actually intervene with the attack and cause a little hit here and there. But Tofu actually is going to eat that Boomer. He went for the initiative pop on it, but missed a shot on it. Nice, beautiful skeet there by Peaceum, full skeet there by him. And that is going to be...
Peaceum.
Well, on Peaceum, I should say. I'm not too sure of exactly who got it, but it just says Peaceum was team skeeted.
Yeah, the team managed to do it.
It caught me off guard.
They, Smile Sports Society have a really good ability of just, like, focusing down SI as a team-oriented thing. Like, all of them can frag SI, but again, they all focus really, really well, and that's the sign of a team that really has a grasp on the team-oriented survivor play. Usually their percentages are usually spread out as well, like 20% for each person. You don't see one person carrying, and since one person doesn't carry, you have to focus all the survivors at once, and that's what you want to see. Or even on the high-level teams like HCP and Serenity, like you can't just cap one of those survivors and then have the other 3 not doing work. Every single one of their survivors can make plays. That's the best part about them, I think. And now Apathy has the tank up for the Silencio Jockeys, and again, even the best tanks weren't really able to procure wipes in this area without a tri-cap.
Yeah, this is just a very rough area. None of these hittables here are actually, once again, hittables. I'm not too sure about the 2 dumpsters in the alley off to the side to the right of the door, but wait, unless the tank goes for it, I don't think we'll ever know, because I don't know if anyone's actually going to play this map after this round, because it's just such a long campaign. But regardless, we'll see the attack looking to come in here along with this tank. It's going to be a Charger Hunter Smoker, so a nice shot cap for this area. That Charger has to land his initial charge, though, so he's not going to have a recharge for around 15 seconds. Tank getting that first initial punch out on the coach, going to put him up against the wall. 2 punches now on him. 3 punch. 1 more punch will secure the in cap. There we go. There's a Smoker landing. Charger Hunter working the way now. Now Tank has actually turned his attention over to Rochelle. The Deagle clear going out onto Nick, though, from Rochelle. Charger gets a touch bump onto Nick. Tank's not turning his attention over to Nick. Gets 1 punch on him. Rochelle has almost 2 punches left in her. So 2 punches will go ahead and secure the in-cap on her, but that's not going to be the wipe, unfortunately. Unless this tank can play some amazing rocks here, that is, once again, not going to be the wipe. That was so close. If that Charger and if that Charger didn't get a chest bump, that would have been the wipe. No doubt in my mind. But with that being said, Smile Sports Society will go ahead and be able to push forward here as the tank they know has to be hurting, and they will make quick work of it here, moving forward in the map, and Apathy going to be forced to follow them for a little bit.
That was a fantastic goodbye impulsive right there during that attempt at a tri-cap onto that Hunter. He knew that he couldn't really get to the tank. Oh, the tank's actually right here. It's 600 HP. Survivors are in a corner. He's going to get another punch onto Impulsive before eventually dying off. The survivors are going to be fast for a little while longer. Might be comparable bonuses at this point, but that, like, he was running away from the tank as that hit was landing, and he was able to get that deagle shot onto the Hunter. And I think that pretty much saved the wipe right there as well. There were two plays right that saved the wipe. First was that Hunter clear, the second was that chest bump, as you mentioned. But still, great tank by Apathy, great support by his Silencio jockey teammates. Boomer spawning behind, getting a single boom before getting popped. Spitter, Smoker, and a Hunter. So not the strongest hit quite yet for the bottom of this, but again, they found one set of pills, everyone's bleeding, and they should be able to maybe make it just outside the safe room depending on how well they take these hits. But that's a lot of damage from a tank in an area that usually doesn't get a whole lot.
I mean, the main goal that they're looking for right now is just to make it through the tunnel up ahead, past the crescendo. But first they have to take this hit at the bottom of the hole. Smoker's tongue does get broken there, so that will go ahead and free up that survivor. Hunter landing onto one survivor. Charger taking that survivor in the get-up animation forward in the map, but that gets cleared off as well by the shotguns of the survivors. So Team Spouse Society fast with the clears here. Now they have to look for this draw count on the witch as they can't climb up that ladder. Rochelle's getting close to it. What? Oh my god.
Shoot off the ladder.
I totally forgot about that. What a heads-up play by Impulse.
Ladder crown, Impulse going right there.
The first, maybe the first of its kind, a ladder crown?
That could have been. That was a ladder crown. Just witches right at the end of the ladder, moves all the way to the top, and pops that witch for this full crown. That was beautiful. A nice skeep by Impulse as well. He's going to get Jocker here. Listen, man, Impulsive really wants to win this game, and I love seeing somebody play this well. Knowing him for as long as I've known him all the way back to the L2L days, seeing him play as well as he has even just this chapter has been great. First that clear on the Hunter, then that ladder crown, and that beautiful skeet right there as well.
That was incredibly creative. I never thought of that. When we introduced, or not we, but when Visor introduced ladder shooting, being able to shoot the shotgun and Uzi off the ladder into EQ, I never once thought, oh hey, you can crown a witch now if she's at the top of a ladder. That did not even pass my mind a single time at all. And Impulse just showing that creative thought. But here comes the charge. 1, 2, 3. Charge here. These charges on the top of this scaffolding just doing work. This walkway is just death to the survivors right now. And that's going to be a pull going out to Impulse, in-capping him. And, I mean, look at that health right now. I don't see them making the safe room. Tofu's next up for an in-cap. Wow is right behind, making a lawnmower. Kent is behind that. And then Impulse, obviously, not that high up. He's only in the 30s.
Thing is, they picked that spitter before that charge went out, believe it or not. So again, the two spitters that were up for both those hits, we saw the quad charge and now tri-charge, weren't able to capitalize on their charger's success. I mean, if either of them had, both of them probably would have been wiped. So Spitter, Boomer, Hunter, and a jockey right here. And we actually do see that Hunter getting killed by Impulse. Spit's going to go down, managing to get the in-cap onto Lawnmower and almost Impulse as well. They still have a Boomer up in the queue as well. Nice pop going out by Tin. Common are going to get the down onto Impulse right there, and Tofu is very slow as well. The Spitter actually get the wipe. There are Deagles being fired up by the survivors right here. Now we have one survivor black and white, another going to be black and white on revive.
Oh, they backed into
overshoot. What was that?
They backed into the spit. Nick actually thought it was going to land in the front, and Kenton ended up backing into the spit. But with that being said, they do manage to get the kill on the Spitter. Charger goes in, actually chest bumping the wall, so that will allow the survivors to actually get out of the tunnel here. They will find two sets of pills here at the ladder, and I want to see another ladder crown. That was the most creative thing I have seen in this game in a very long time.
Highlight worthy.
I have not seen anything like that. Like actually new. Like a new tactic. I've never seen that. But regardless, attack at the top happening. One charge punch and a smoke goes down onto Nick. There is one SI left, that being a Spitter, and it could get this in-cap out onto Ellis, which would not be a kill. But yep. I don't even know who got that shot. Actually, it was Coach or Rochelle.
This is a close game. 13-24 to 11-99 because they do have a little bit of bonus left. This is the tiniest sliver, so only 40 points separating the two teams right here on that chapter. Very close game, exactly as we expected it to be, and now we are hopping over to the sacrifice. I am going to be interested to see how this tank plays out, because we've jumped through the levels this week, right, in terms of what we've seen casted in the matches and that kind of stuff, but people have had trouble playing Survivor at this static tank at literally every level. Like, we saw a double wipe go on with Serenity and HCP in one of their games. We saw all sorts of other scenarios where teams just weren't able to get it together, and I'm still... Maybe it's because I'm not actually playing it, maybe it's because I'm looking at it from a bird's eye view, but I feel as though the survivors, if they just LOS the tank and keep rotating that well instead of going just for that chip, it's a pretty, like, it's easier to kill than it seems.
I mean, this tank is one of those that it's very situational, and this is one of those tanks as well where the survivors can't really dictate what the tank does all that much, because there's just a lot of SI spawns for them to work with, and the tank can play for some very long tank rocks, as I believe we saw Hoda do one in his match versus HCP earlier. He went absolutely ham. They got like 9 attacks or something in the course of his tank, and the rocks that were being... Oh, that was Donne. I knew it was someone from Serenity, but the absolutely insane tank play. But attack coming in here, first map of a team sac, or the map sacrifice. Spit goes down on top of the charges wall. The smoker helping set that all up, and Acer will eat quite a hunk of damage from that, dropping him down around 27 HP. So really nice first hit there from a team at Smile Sports Society. And once again, it's an extremely close game. It was less than 300 points coming into this map here. So it's still anyone's game, as these next 3 maps are worth a lot.
Going into this right here, maybe 150. So this is a very, very close game. And Silencio Jockies, they played okay on Survivor so far, but again, they haven't really made, like, that last map. Since they didn't make it with bonus, it was a little bit hard for them to deal with.
Jockey getting M2 down and shut down. Boomer lands onto Lewis in the front.
The spinner fall on the one.
I believe so. I think it dove off the bridge and just landed in the water. I didn't pay attention to it. I was like, you know, I'm going to say that I'm not going to even say that happened.
I saw it. That's what I mean. I was sitting there thinking, yeah, they did have that spinner just kind of fall into the water. I think it was actually less than 200 points, maybe just over 100 going into this right here, maybe 150. So this is a very, very close game. And Silencio Jockies, they played okay on Survivor so far, but again, they haven't really made, like, that last map. Since they didn't make it with bonus, it was a little bit hard for them to deal with. Apathy going in, managing to get the skeet onto that hunter. We are going to have that smoker missing. Everything shut down. That's a little bit better that we'd like to see coming out in terms of the consistency on handling those hits. Because some hits from Smile Sports side have been very good. Others have been shut down. And it looks as though they are going to go move forward, going to touch that door, and get the tank up. Tank, you guys should get punched through there. I don't know. The tank could walk up and just smack him a little bit closer maybe, but I actually get the door open. It's up in the hands of Tofu for the Smile Support Society. He's already getting shipped as he stands right there. Boomer Jockey, he actually might decide to commit. Actually, no, he's going to get out. He's going to try to get out. Nice open going in. If I were him, I'm turning around and committing on that, but instead he's going to transition to the roof. He took about 1,500 ship right there for that, and I don't know about that trade, Kiss Me.
Yeah, that's not really worth it. A double boom for 1,500 damage. Obviously, that wasn't exactly the trade that they were going for. They probably didn't even have trade in mind. The tank just wanted to get out of there because he was taking 600 ship before even moving outside the train car. But regardless, Tofu will make his way to the roof, as Darrell's mentioned. And yeah, this is just one of those tanks where it's very heavily dictated by the tank. I mean, there's so many spawns for the SI to work with, and if he gets that car into play, he can totally cut off half of the map here for the survivors. Anyway, tackling in, Hunter getting skied out of there. Jockey doesn't manage to land onto Francis. Rock barely missing Beastem's feet, and obviously the smoker getting pulled onto Beastem as well for a little bit of damage. But now they're going to go back and start LOSing. But see, this is what's so easy for the tank. He can just go ahead and rotate here. He's going to hit the car into play, and it's going to go ahead and cut the survivors in half pretty much. I mean, if they were to push back into the open area, there's a car sitting right there. So it kind of limits them to, you know, either behind the crates where they were previously, or on the side of the boat where they are now. And even then, if you stand where they are now, there's 2 boats there, which if the hittable pieces from it actually hit you, it does a full tank punch to you. I'm pretty sure it's like 24 damage. The boxes as well, if they can punch those. I don't think they do any damage. They might do like 5 damage or something, but they stumble you. So there's a lot of hazards over on that side of the map. Another nice double boom landing. Rock's getting out of the air though. So Team Silencio Jockeys playing tight here. They still have a lot of HP to work with. And now they're going to go ahead and look to LOS behind this big boat, even with this horde coming in, which is probably the safest thing they could do right now.
And this honestly is why, because the tank's on second pass and that took 1 hit pretty much for them to have to deal with, and now he does have them pretty split, and I think he realized that he's going to push in right now, going for his car, which Francis is next to, going to be pushing Acer into that corner, using that hittable as leverage, actually trying to turn around right here, not going to be able to find much. That car spinning in again, almost landing onto Lewis. We do see a punch going out right there. Smoker grabs the intercept. Tank is still focusing on that car, I think a little bit too much. Jockey is going in, trying to land onto Ramirez. Got nothing going though. This tank is going to be forced back to the other side, going to take that down onto Acer, and then try to get out on second pass right here. He's down to about 300 HP. They actually should be able to kill him here before he gets on the roof, and he is going to back up and see, okay, that's 1 in cap going on this. That's, in my opinion, that's how that should look.
Yeah, that was extremely well played by Team Silencio Jockeys. Nice rotations by them. And this tank down to 2200 HP. It will make his way back to the roof, but he's on second pass, 70% rage. He has to keep line of sight on the survivors, and pretty much one blast from a shotgun will end him. 2 Uzi bullets. I mean, there's not really much that he can do at this point in time. He's just going to have to let the rage burn out and the tank AI and just run over that ledge and get shot in the face. I mean, that's all he's really got.
Yeah, Jockey Boomer Charter, I don't expect them to go in here. They're probably gonna. And this I think is the first like major turning point in terms of the game, because like Silencio Jockey's taking that without a whole lot of hassle. Only one down, as I mentioned. They still have 3 pills, 3 survivors with very, very low health. We do have a hit coming in here right now. That Boomer is going to land. We're going to see the Jockey trying to land onto App again. The Charger got kicked or hit the ground, so that's good on Team Silencio Jockeys.
Indeed, so we'll see them continue their way through the map here. Silencio Jockeys holding a very solid health bonus, sitting at a 961 right now. So Smile Sports Society, if you're them right now, you have to be thinking, we got to break this down, and we got to break it down now, because we only got like 3 hits max left in this map, and we got to start landing some charge spit, hunt spits, we got to get some stumbles, dog piles, we got to do something here, and we're going to start things off with a boom on the Zoe. That's going to put the survivors to hold up in this area, not the safest areas, but they realize that's going to go back up, try and alleviate themselves of the roof spawns that are above them, and doing a good job of it. Now they've spread out a little bit, block the spawns around them. Francis backing up a little bit there to block the crate spawns, and actually looks like they're going to continue pushing forward here. Now here comes that SI hit, a nice charge up against the wall inside of the gravel mill or salt mill, if you will, and that's going to be a pull into the spit. Zoe eating a lot of spit damage from that, along with Lewis, and that's going to drop the health bonus itself around 200. So very nice hit there. That was. They need like 2 more of those.
Yeah, 2 more of those would probably be good at this point. And the thing is, I don't know if they're not even going to be able to get, like, well, actually, this Witch is up too. I was going to say, I don't know if they're going to be able to get 2 full hits, but instead, this Witch is going to sit in the corner right there. It looks like she is drawable back onto those crates. I hope PCM realizes that that Witch can, like, pretty much, like, ladder punch him from there, and that would actually be a full in cap if he does draw it there. We might actually see that happening. PCM crouching his way forward, trying to get it to work. Jockey, Spitter, and the aforementioned Hunter up for the survivors right here. Francis is actually going to draw it instead. Charger going in, managing to land the double charge with a Hunter on top of that as well, which does get crowned by PCM right there, but that Charger's doing a lot of work. PCM's going to get dropped back into the spit. Kiss me, that's the hit they needed.
That is indeed the hit that they needed. Another 250 knocked off that health bonus. And Smile Sports Society, when it counted, they came through. They got that big damage hit that they needed along with the previous one. And they are, I mean, it's definitely still a big health bonus for what it is. But they will be able to allow them in the safe from here. But at least it's not with that 900 plus HP that they had previously, because that would have been a huge blowout. So they'll be making the safe from. They're going to have an even 2,500 point score for the 3rd map here. 2 maps left, and now we got to see if Smile Sports Society can answer and make it also with around a 500 health bonus on this map to keep it close.
Exactly, and keeping it close should be what they're thinking to do. I mean, honestly, that tank being the way that it is, if they can take it as cleanly, which I think is definitely possible, like I mentioned before, they can do the exact same thing, but this is the point where they actually have to do it. Like, that's the possibility that they've got. They have to bring it to fruition, and we've seen that be the downfall of a lot of teams, especially potentially in this round, but hopefully they're able to continue their survivor play from last time, make it even a little bit cleaner to keep this close if they can respond in turn. And obviously they have the potential to do that. Again, I'm not exactly sure how much they're being impacted by the presence of the ringer. Maybe a little, like, you know, because Sickening and or Glitch aren't playing. So we'll see if they are able to continue their safe room making ways on this chapter. Spitter, Jockey, Charger, and Smoker for the first hit from Team Silencio Jockeys.
Indeed. I mean, I see Glitch in chat, so I don't know if she's just out somewhere or if she's over someone's house. I don't know what she's doing, but we will be seeing the survivors pushing out of the safe room now. So Team Smile Sports Society over on the survivors. Team Silencio Jockeys on the SI. And let's see if this ringer can pull through here. The skies look a little dark here for the survivors. Hopefully they can weather the storm, though. And we'll see that first hit being a Spitter, Jockey, Charger, and Smoker for the SI. Once again, a very deadly hit for this area. Lots of separation potential. And hell, you could even get a death charge here if you get that Jockey along with the Charger setup. But I highly doubt this can happen. That's a very long distance cover. But anyway, here comes the attack. Only the Smoker landing there. Spit has nothing to work with, and that's going to be an obliterated attack there. I think most of that damage coming out was actually from the Jockey and Smoker getting scratches. I don't think anything else really came of it.
Yeah, a little bit of free spit damage, but those scratches are all they're going to get, and that's the kind of shutdowns, maybe even a little bit cleaner, that we're going to need to see from Team Smile Support Society here as they start pushing their way through the tank. Next hit for Team Silencio Jockeys is going to be up Boomer, Jockey, Charger, and another spawn is going to be that Spitter. Boomer's rocketing from the top, getting beautifully M2'd actually by Tofu right there. The proxy boom does go out. Jockey charged onto a survivor in the corner right there. Spitter does get annihilated too. Lewis should be able to work his way out of that without a whole lot of damage. That M2 was nice. It ran a quad boom.
Yeah, he actually kind of M2'd the Boomer as it was above him, and it dropped on top of the guardrail, I do believe. So we will see them moving the way past that. Well, yet again, it was pretty mitigated. Lawnmower is still taking a bit of damage, though, from that because of the charge spit with the jock setup. But regardless, we'll see them moving the way through the shutter up ahead, through the garage. And they should be meeting attack here before the tank. I don't see a really big reason to hold this SI hit. There's still quite a ways to go until that tank door, and indeed they're going to throw the attack, and there goes the Jockey Smoker trying to go in. Everything missing yet again, except for that smoke. Team Mouse Society is just doing an amazing job dodging all of these SI as they try and land something, and it seems like only the smokers can land.
Exactly, and the smokers haven't even really been able to build off that. They had that one jockey charge on the hit before that one, but besides that, everything has been smoker based and or just scratch and or spit damage. We do have Impulsive jumping up there, opening the door, and we have a tank up into the hands of the one and only Prodigy Sim. If he can get a wipe here, that would be optimal for his team. There's a Hunter Jockey and a Boomer for the SI support right here, and I think the survivors know they're going to be saying that hit soon. Jockey coming in, we do see the Hunter landing on Pulse, quickly cleared. Boomer has not yet gone in, Jockey lands, is going to get cleared. Nice skeet by Impulsive as well.
Indeed, so we'll see Peaceum go ahead and rotate top of the roof here for Team Silencio Jockeys. Yet again, taking around 557 damage from the initial fire there of the swap or the rotation. And now we're going to see actually a team... oh my god, it's Mouse Society. I keep wanting to say the opposite team name, but we're going to see them go ahead and rotate over behind the crate containers over on the right side. Now Peaceum's going to go ahead and rotate. So I was going to rotate back. We got a game of pin the tail on the donkey as to where they're going to go. Peaceum hitting that car and going to break down one of the boats. That's a little bit of a mishap for him. There goes a nice charge spit pull as well. Or I should say a boom pole with the Boomer landing out to Bill. Rock coming in and going to get skeeted out of the air. So that will be all she wrote for that attack. Peaceum looking to rain down hell upon the survivors. Another rock getting skeeted though. And it looks like Survivor's going to have a pretty easy time putting these rocks out of their misery.
His hittable is in an interesting position right now, and if I'm Smile Support Society, I'm maybe even looking to go forward out of this area if you can after this horde clears. If they can shut down the hit cleanly, then they can do whatever they want. They actually are RLSing behind this boat a little bit. Jockey Hunter Charger coming in right now. Jockey is going to get railed down mostly. That Charger is going to miss. Rock didn't land as well, and that Charger is going to get shut down. So now they can definitely get probably a full pass off this tank by staying behind these boats if they are careful enough. And indeed, Peaceum is going to be forced to drop off to try to maintain that site, but Survivors working him around right here. He has set on someone right now, but again, they're trying to stay low, and there's the second pass. So again, so far, both these teams have played this tank as cleanly as I've seen throughout this entire round. This is how it should look.
Yeah, I mean, even with Serenity and HCP, we saw some major miscommunications happening on both their sides on this tank, which led to a double wipe at one point. And, you know, these teams have just been playing it very cleanly so far, and they continue to this point in time. But now you come down to the measure where Peaceum just has to commit with this tank, because if he doesn't, he's going to risk sending an AI if his team gets nothing for him. But there we go. There's something. A nice double boom landing out onto Francis and Bill. That is obviously going to go in with the commitment. There's the boat hit on top of it. Going to do a bit of damage to Francis. There's the end cap because that boat also did 24 damage onto him. Bill not being calmed up here. Going to be put up against the car, and that's going to be an end cap out onto Bill. This car going to go flying towards him. Does hit him. That's an instant kill if Peaceum wants it, and he's going to go for it. He's not being green. He's going to take that kill out onto Bill. So Kenton will go ahead and die here. Yet again, the ringer here for Small Sports Society, and they're still SI working their way in here. There's the pull onto Lewis. A double charge with a punch from the tank. Goodness, and Zoe flying up in there, and that is the wipe going out onto Smiley Support Society from Team Silencio Jockeys. And what a play there in a tank by Peaceum.
Right, and they played that so cleanly so far until they backed into that area where they gave the Boomer the one spawn above them that they couldn't give. I feel as though the issue with that was after that boom land, it was pretty much a wipe since they didn't have room to move. If you're going to kite, that's okay to do on pro mod, I would say, in that area when you actually have the Uzi slowdown. But no matter where the car is, you have to rotate back out more to that open area. It's so hard to land a car with the boat supports and the bases in the way, and as soon as they went to that corner, that's a death corner in my opinion, and that's exactly why we saw it there. Peaceum played it perfectly, and his support was right on key. So this is going to put a almost 1,000 point delta developing into a game that was extremely close up until that last wipe.
Yeah, that was extremely well played by Peaceum. Once again, using that hittable to separate the survivors half and half. The SI just went ham on one half, but regardless, we don't go live for with the fourth map, first half. Everything getting obliterated by Silencio Jockeys out of the safe room. Barely anything landing. The main damage dealer there, I believe, was the Hunter with the 2 scratches out onto Kenton, and the spit damage dropping on a Tofu there as well. But that will be all she wrote for that hit. Wonderfully played by Silencio Jockeys, and it looks like they are just dialing in here on Smile Support Society.
Indeed they are, and the momentum is definitely going to show now. It's going to increase the survivor play, I would say, of all 4 of these individuals. Tanks later in the map, 63%, might be a hittable tank. Going to be a Spitter, Boomer, Smoker, and a Jockey here for Team Smile Support Society, and they really need a wipe on this map now. They need to counter that wipe that came out in the last chapter and then make it themselves if they want any chance to keep them this close. Let's see what the hit is going to do here. Looks like they want to hit when the survivors are starting to push inside that building. Boomer looking for either a rocket or an arc off the roof. I'd say it's probably the latter. And let's see, survivors baiting it out. Jockey going in, managing to land nicely out onto that Boomer. And then the Spitter's going to get picked, and the Smoker gets a little bit of chip damage.
Indeed. So we'll see survivors quickly making their way through the map here, through the factory. And they will go ahead and look to make their way to the barge up ahead. I'm not too sure where the tank is, 63%, so I believe that's actually at the boat in the water up ahead here. So they are coming up on it fairly quickly. And actually might be before the drop, in fact. May not be. But they're actually going to go ahead and blow up the canisters here. I'm not too sure why. But they're actually going to go up on the right side of the map here. A little bit of a different path from what we've seen any other team do thus far. Dropping over the fence. And I don't know if this is a better position or not. It seems like there's a lot more spawns here. And it took them a little bit longer to get here as well. Which will go ahead and in return allow the SI more time to set up. And here comes another attack. Boomer rocketing in, proxying onto it. Lewis. Beautiful skeet there by Tofu. Or by Ram, I should say, of Team Silencio Jockeys. And that will be the attack obliterated yet again. Only that Boomer leaving its mark on the survivors. And in fact, it will be actually down in the water where the tank spawns. It should spawn right on this barge here.
This is what you should expect from a team of this caliber when they're being faced with 2-2 hits. I would say like 2-2 is doing damage. Should not be happening pretty much at any time, and they did obliterate that one right there. This is going to be a 3-1 though. Boomer, Jockey, Smoker, and a Charger. Maybe they have to get a little bit closer. Ken's saying the radio is turned on in his attic again. That's unfortunate for him if that's disrupting his sound. And we do have that Smoker spawned up to the right, or not spawned up, looking to spawn up to the right over there. Maybe trying to get something as the survivors are pushing their way in. Indeed they are. Boomer beautifully popped. We do see that Charger whiffing as that Smoker pull goes out, and again, another nice shutdown. But the thing is, when Team Smile Sports Society are hitting, they're hitting in areas of the map where it's relatively easy to clear. Like right there, the survivors had eyes on all the spawns, and they all came from equidistant height, I would say.
Indeed.
He got it exploded by the gun bullets.
Yeah, by the you know, the gunpowder and the clicks.
What the hell?
Car
Did you see those
physics.
cars?
Car physics. I mean, don't your cars do that where you live?
Yes, totally.
I mean, if someone hits a car here, the cars just like bounce around like freaking pinballs. I don't know what you're talking about, Rose. That looked completely normal to me. But,
I hear this.
Oh my God, Francis!
God! Acer almost ate that. The car was so close, just smacking him in the face. This tank in the hands of Lawnmower right here, and the survivors are going back.
Indeed, once again, this tank in the hands of Lawnmower. Nice single boom going out onto Francis, so that's going to draw in some horn here. Boomer is all the way in the front here, though, which is a little detrimental for them, as they have to try and get this Boomer to get killed off, or else it's going to risk waddling itself in here for all of eternity, pretty much, as it's the slowest SI in the game. And, yeah, Lawnmower is actually going to pass now. 2-second pass. Survivor's still backing up.
AI.
Yeah, that's AI. There's no way he's going to reestablish sight here. He cannot even go for hittables. He just has to try and climb the building and reestablish the sight over on the left side.
I had this happen to me in a scrim last night, actually, and I was not a happy person. We have a nice double cap going out. That Charger and Smoker both able to land. Miracle hittable, rolling over the top right here. Not going to land. 6k HP AI tank. I was upset a little bit, but I would be even more upset if I'm Lawnmower right there, just having their tank intentionally AI. Are they still going? No, I thought they were going back all the way to the safe room or something like that. They have to retake the entire map, and I don't know. I just hate seeing tanks go AI.
Is that stuck?
And the tank is stuck. Maybe not. Maybe not.
Maybe. I think it might be.
Yeah,
no, that's good.
No. It's okay. Now it's actually going to work its hittables in. That's 3 of them right here. Working them in, shooting them almost over the fence. AI tank doing work with hittables right here. Come on, AI tank. Get your car in.
Got it in. What?
There we go, boys. But he's actually not going to be forced to stand in front of it anymore. Going to be a Charger, Smoker, Jockey, and a Boomer here. So they have to deal with 4 SI at the same time as this tank is getting completely shredded. Smoker is going to spawn up right here, looking for a pull. Imagine land it onto Ramirez. Boomer's going to get popped. You see the Jockey landing. AI tank working its way in. Still has 3k HP. Charger is going to whip. We do have a separation pull going out. Rock's going to miss, but it's really easy to kill an AI tank in the area such as open, you know, right here. And I mean, I guess I see it from the perspective that Silencio Jockeys want to win the match, but I just hate seeing tanks go AI, period.
Yeah, it's it's an unfortunate thing that can obviously happen in the game, and it's just kind of something that the tank has to be aware of. You know, if the survivors start moving back, you just have to be aware of their positioning and what they're looking at. And the SI also have to be there to support you and stop them from going back cleanly. Let the tank get in and close that gap as quick as it can. And you know, obviously none of that went right for Team Smile Sports Society, unfortunately. So we're gonna see Team Silencio Jockies pushing the way past the tank with a 1,201 health bonus. Attack commando, charger whiffing, Hunter getting obliterated on the ground. It's a nice ground pound going on action. And Jockey as well being blown out of there. Spitter having nothing to work with. And did their health bonus even change? Oh, it did. It changed like 13 points.
Something minuscule again right there. And I mean, luckily for Team Smile Sports Society, they still have that all-encompassing salt hill that they're going to be able to play off of. And that's been worse for the survivors than you'd probably think. We've seen a lot of kills, a lot of just like random deaths happen there, plus full wipes. Just because of that choke point. And I mean, they have to be careful with this, because they have to send this hit in now. It's in the same place that we actually saw it go before. Charger going in, not going to lane, actually leading in. And honestly, I mean, I think at this point, because of that tank AI, I would be feeling a little bit defeated if I were Smile Sports Society as well, to be fair. Like, when something like that happens in such a, like, pivotal moment where that tank would probably have needed to wipe for them to get back in the game, it's just like, oh, that sucks.
Yeah, it was pretty unfortunate, that tank. And yeah, pretty much their last big hit here, aside from the barge up ahead, will be this salt hill, which once again is known as the Kiss Me Salt Hill, because that is the pile, that is the height of my salt.
Yep, the community, that's what they think of it.
That is my salt. Look at that. Everyone just think about that for a second. That's Kiss Me Salt. And this little
salt of the earth.
The little residual salt here on the border where they are now is also my salt. But anyway, Hunter working his way in here, not going to find anything, getting obliterated right now. But he actually does still find a pound somehow. A tri-boom happening as well, out onto Bill, Zoe, and Lewis, proxying onto two of them as well. But they only threw in 2 SI, and now you have to wonder, is that going to be enough for the Survivors to actually warrant pushing up the hill here? Do they think they can still take down these 2 SI, which they have to have a feeling is going to be a Charger still? Because they had to have been counting the spawns and noticed, hey, only a Hunter and Boomer went, guys. That, you know, I'm pretty sure the other two didn't just you know, disappear into thin air. And they're actually going to circumvent the Salt Hill, which is a little interesting.
They have a smoker now too. This could be catastrophic for Silencio Jockey. Smoker spawning up, getting the pull, not yet cleared. There's the charge. That's going to be actually cleared at the last second by Apathy. That was almost an in-cap. Beautifully played by the Silencio Jockeys, just man-moding that hill. Yeah, he went down the hill just a little bit, and then you see P-Sim doing the surf on the outside right here, all the way in.
P-Sim was showboating.
Yeah, he was showboating on the boat. That's fantastic. And now we do have this witch coming up. P-Sim going to be able to push towards it, and he's actually not going to engage it. I thought he was going to just completely man-mode it and run up there, but now the witch is getting a little bit aggroed. P-Sim standing on the side of the boat. I don't feel safe right now, and I'm not even playing in the game. There's the draw crown going out. We are going to have that Boomer getting popped, the Hunter getting a little bit stumbled, which is... oh, actually getting sidestepped right there. She took the swipe, but P-Sim juked it. We've seen some smooth moves from P-Sim over the past couple minutes here.
P-Sim just moving and grooving around the map, doing some surfing, doing some jukes on the witch. He is feeling it right now. He is sitting mighty high up right there right now with his health bonus. Second highest on his team to Apathy. And I mean, everyone on his team is sitting very high up there except for Acer, but everyone knows that Acer is the weakest player on their team. So I'm waiting for Acer to hear that. Regardless, last attack coming here though for Team Smile Sports Society. Charger whiffing, Jockey landing on the Francis, dragging him away from the surface. Boomer will go ahead and clear off that Jockey though. So Francis already boomed, so he's just going to get proxied, once again being cleared from the Jockey as well. That was actually pretty much the best chance they had. Unfortunately, the Boomer once again in the wrong position. Jockeys will bring in the Survivor in the wrong way. And that will be them making the safe and not even fighting the Horde that was trailing Francis. And they're going to make it with a plus 1,000 health bonus.
16 health bonus. That's a chapter score of 17-16. You know, it would be more impressive if they didn't AI the tank. But since they had the tank, if they don't make it with a bonus that high, then they did something wrong. So, I hate to burst the bubble of that, but I mean, like, hey, if you're gonna AI tank and run to the open field and you can't make it with plus 1,000 points, then you're doing it wrong.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, running the tank back is something that's very, you know, it's ill looked upon by the community. But yet again, it is definitely avoidable by the team if they can just, you know, throw an SI hit, have better tank positioning, just something that, you know, doesn't allow the survivors just to have free reign and do whatever they want. Because there's a lot of maps where you can AI tank. If you look at any of the normal 5-10 maps, if you want to include Left 4 Dead 1 maps, you can run back through pretty much the entirety of every single map. And there's nothing really stopping you other than, you know, the worse positioning through certain parts and just the potential for SI hits. And I mean, same in this area. They had a wide open area and they decided to run back through chokes and stuff, but the SI just weren't able to stop them at any point. Regardless, though, another attack coming. Boomer proxying out onto Bill. Jockey and Smoker both finding land. Spitter having nothing to work with, though, as everything is just cleared off so quickly. And Small Society obliterating the attacks as they saw Silencio Jockies do on their previous half. So they're not giving up just yet. I mean, if they make this with a 1,000 health bonus, that would put them right back in it. They would be around probably 700 points down going into the finale, which once again means they would have to make the finale, but it's still better than nothing.
I agree, but at the same point in time, like, the big thing was that wipe by piece in last chapter. Like, Smile Sports side did a pretty good job taking the hits, and they had the tank handled as well, but that could be the turning point. Nice skeet going out. Charger is going to land with a spit down on top of that, though. Good amount of damage now going out onto Bill. Again, ace mod spit, not pro mod spit, so not as much as you usually see, which I actually do. I'm starting to warm up to that at this point, but again, the survivors, you know, I have a feeling that they're probably, you know, they might not run it all the way back.
Yeah, I mean, the area up front here is really not all that bad until the tank starts throwing in all his hittables. You have to see kind of where they all end up landing. If he overshoots them, if he puts them up in weird positions or on the boat, or they get jammed up in, like, the poles or something over on the left side of the area. Like, there's a lot of things that have to be taken into factor, but anyway, attack coming in. Jockey and Smoker both landing. Boomer being a little bit too far away from that boom attempt out into Francis as he's getting pulled. So that will be the attack over and done with. Boomer getting popped as far as are far enough away to not trigger that car when shooting it. And that will be the attack over and done with. Smoker's going to go ahead and run back, despawning himself. And they will have that Smoker, pretty much just the Smoker for the tank spawn, which really won't be that much. Spitter actually now does come up as well. Hunter coming up as well. I was a liar. They're going to have 3 spawns now, 4 being that Jockey. And they will have a full hit here for this tank spawn. But I don't think they're going to probably trigger it here. I lied. They're going in. Jockey, Smoker, Hunter working their way in. One capper landing. Another one getting obliterated, though. And Smoker's going to pull Francis through the spit. Not really all that much damage going out there as the spit was a little late to the party. But that will be tank coming up.
Indeed, the tank's up in the hands of Ramirez himself for Team Silencio Jockies. Let's see what Ram is going to be able to do here. And let's see if Team Small Sports side decides to run it all the way back. I mean, they very well could, but I don't think they're going to. I think they're going to decide to take it right here at the boat instead, which is more of a typical spot you'd see if you are interested in having the other team's tank actually be player controlled. We do have that boom to go in, not going to land. Smoker and the Charger for the right here. We're going to have that tank working his way around, playing for his dumpsters. That's the right call. I definitely think I like using those in that open area. And I think I lied. The survivors are now maybe debating going back. Maybe they're looking to try to jump up. Now they're actually going to turn back in. Ram is going to be forced to come in with that car, not going to land. They are going to be having that tank stuck on the side of the boat right there, rotating back around, going to hit Zoe to the water again. But this open field tri-cap is going to have to be the hit that they commit in with. Ram down already to about 2,000 HP, throwing a rock, managing to land it onto a lawnmower. We do see the pole getting instantaneously cleared. Charger is going to hit the pole and not much else is going to go on. That tank is going to get a corner out onto Tofu. He actually punches him away before he can get him down, spraying the love really, really well right here, doing a lot of damage in that open field. Another punch going out there onto Francis, but again, no wipe coming out, and Small Sports side still has an okay bonus.
Yeah, I mean, it's not too bad, a 689, but then you guys still look at and compare it to the 1,000 that we saw Team Silencio Jockies just make it with on the previous half, and that's going to look pretty daunting to the 1K right now. So they are at risk of going down another 400 as it stands right now. Boomer looking for a spawn. We'll go ahead and grab it along with a nice double boom out onto Bill and Lewis. And we'll still have those 3 SI who will probably end up going out here in the corner. Jockey looking for a latch onto Lewis, won't find it. Hunter, or Charger, I should say, will go ahead and chest bump 2 survivors. Jockey does manage to find a latch onto Bill, though, along with an in-cap onto Tofu. So that will be a nice hit, nice turnaround from how it started with the Jockey getting juked by Lewis. And eventually finding that recap out onto Bill along with a spit ride. So very nicely played by them. And that's going to put a huge dent in the health bonus because that was all damage bonus.
Indeed it was, and at this point I think they're going to find maybe 2 more sets of pills at that pill cabinet coming up. I'm not entirely sure, but they do have one survivor who is already sold. They haven't given him pills either. He's going to actually see that charge land onto Zoe instead, but he does manage to clear it. We do have a double boom going on the survivors now, too, with a quick smoker pull onto Lewis. These boomers are starting to land more than you'd like to see if you were the Smile Sports Society. I mean, it's going to slow them down each time and also open up angles for the other SI to hit.
Yeah, I mean, boomers are one of those things where if, you know, a single, a double land here and there, it's not really a big deal. But when you have these boomers landing single, double, triples, just again, every single attack, it does eventually start adding up, and the damage will be noticeable, the noticeable difference, because you're not only fighting off the other 3 SI, you're now fighting off, you know, 30, 40 common, with that boom going out, depending on how many survivors actually get boomed. And it's a real pain, and it does add up over time, and also slows you down as a team in general, so it allows the SI to get more attacks overall. But once again, that's only if, you know, it's continually landing. But there are some incredible boomers out there that can really have a difference on the game if they can continue to land those boomers. Anyway, we'll see Small Society go ahead and try to traverse this salt hill. Charger throwing himself in there, does manage to land the charge out onto Zoe, and that will actually not be an end-cap, but building an end-cap on the side of the hill. I'm not too sure exactly what it was that end-cap to him. It might have been a jockey?
Yeah, he went down to that small hit that went in there right before him to open up for that charger, and that charger wasn't high enough to actually get the full end cap from the drop height of the top of the hill, so that's why that happened. Jockey going in, trolling that pickup, getting M2, but not killed. Now he does get smacked in the face. We do have that Hunter trying to troll as well. And this is the thing, with somebody in cap right there, it's so hard to pick them up. Do that, Horde is funneling in, and the slow speed, this actually could be a kill on a Tofu. The Hunter is camping it right now. Oh, goodness gracious. We do have a pull going out onto Kenton at regular speed, actually, across that hill. Hunter's going to try to delay this, moving his way in. Nice skeet going out by Lawnmower, and Tofu is going to get picked up, but look at the damage going out onto Smile Support Society. That's an insane amount.
This is one of those very rough spots. Wait, we're about to see a boomer actually go in here in a second. Actually, Lewis going for the slide here. Not going to get it, though. The rest of the survivors want to go for it, too, though. Bill is going to actually land it, and he's looking for it. And he took a lot of fall damage to the very head. Oh, no! So he ain't capped.
Oh, goodness gracious. It's happening. Hunter going in, and look at Francis. He's floating over top right there because he's also on the side. Come on. He's going to go for the E-drop to get the pickup, and that Zoe is right on the side. They're going to get another in-cap onto Francis, and that's actually Lawnmower. Fell off the side to in-cap himself. Look at how close he is. He's toppling over that edge. That's really unfortunate for the Smile Support Society. Awkward place for them to be in.
Oh, my God.
Guys, I could use a hand.
You good, Kiss Me?
That was hilarious watching Zoe just do that. Charger goes in, lands the charger out onto Lewis, and that will be, I believe, the end of attack for now. Rand does go ahead and get spawned now, along with the Jockey. In fact, that will be Hunter and Jockey working the win. Jockey jumping off the side of the boat, though. Hunter, in the meantime, they're getting absolutely obliterated. And this Jockey, I'm not too sure what he's doing or where he is. He's actually on the salt hill. And Smoker spawns up on the top near the captain's deck. And we'll go ahead and circumvent that and see if he is actually going to go for despawn. He's going for despawn.
Indeed he is. And right now, most of the bonus has been obliterated off of Smile Support Society. This Jockey is going for one hell of a walk, jumping around over here on top. It's kind of creating some odd distraction. As far as like, what? We are going to see that Witch Crown attempt going out right here. She is going to get drawn, and which is actually going to kill Tofu right there. Jockey has found his way back in, does finally die. Spit and Boom go down on one of the survivors. And the Witch is actually stuck right now. She's stuck it out, trying to run away, just bouncing off of one of the survivors, ricocheting like a pinball, running back down, coming back up. Maybe she's kind of lost. She's running down below. We do see a smoker pole go out right there onto Impulsive, and it does get immediately cleared, and now the Witch has despawned. So this Hunter might be trying to go for another troll in the back, but is she not all there? Yeah, that's exactly the thing, where it's just like, I don't know, man. It's unfortunate for Smile Sports side. They're going to be down 2K going into this finale. Boomer going out, getting a single boom as well.
Indeed. So it looks like the final curtain is dropping here for Team Smile Sports Society. Their chances of making the save from alone are just dying off here second by second. Hunter looking for a wall bounce off the boat. Just drops straight into the water. Who was that? Was that piece?
Top Asia, stop!
I'm gonna make it without any help.
He just stood at the side of the boat and just fell in the water. The angle on that was so stupid.
He was going in, man. He was on his way.
What impulse just fell in the water?
What the hell just happened to one of the survivors?
I don't know. Francis dies off to the spit. Jockey's looking to end it here, and he gets the ride on with Zoe. Then that will be the end of the round. What just happened to P-Sam? It's like he didn't even try to hit the fucking boat. He just fucking fell in the water.
I'm sorry, guys. It's been a long day. It's been a really long day.
LP7. What was that? I wish I recorded that so I could replay it. That was the funniest thing I've seen. It's like 3 weeks or something.
He said it's going on HS top. That's what he said in chat. Top, HS top.
Look at eyes crying. That was great. I wish I had the stream open so I could see it again. That sound was so stupid.
I do actually. Wait, hold on. I actually might be able to see this. Oh.
He comes from the land and like
did
just
it.
drops in the water. That is my Skype, guys. That is not yours. Just telling you right now. Regardless, though, Team Silencio Jockies going off on the Survivor half here to start things off on the finale. There we go with a decent hit happening. Really not that much damage happening, though, but everything pretty much landed there for a couple seconds at the very least. Spit damage going down as well. Well, I can't even say that Charger landing. Charger did not land, but everything else did for the most part.
Indeed. So let's see if any other trolling occurs. I assume one of the teams at least is going to try to start all 3 generators. I'm not sure it's going to be Silencio Jockies or Team Smile Support Society. Let's see if any other stupid things can happen in terms of Hunters being insta-killed. Charger, Spitter, Hunter, and a Smoker coming up for this next hit. Smoker getting a pull-out right there. Do have a nice Hunter landing for 24 damage. And a Charger lands as well. That's some Smile Support Society coming in, doing a great amount of damage on Silencio Jockies right there, and another pull going out to add to that total.
Oh, that Hunter was the stupidest thing in the world. But yeah, a lot of damage going on to Lewis, aka Apathy there. Ram as well taking a actually nice chunk of damage as well, dropping him down around 30 HP as he's going to be sitting at 72 now. Apathy at 37. So very well played by the SI there to start things off here. They are obviously still going to be looking for the wipe here. They don't want to let no sound, or well, I was going to say no sound, but they don't want to let Silencio Jockies run away here with the game. They want to somewhat keep it close here for those final screenshots on the forums. And yeah, let's see what ends up happening. Hunter getting obliterated there as he comes off the rooftop. Jockey latches onto Francis there as he gets boomed as well, covering up his eyesight with that boom layer. And there is the tank in the hands of Tofu here for Smile Sports Society, throwing some rocks down from the rooftop. And let's see what he can do.
Let's see what he can do indeed. So I think right now Team Smile Support Society could maybe finagle a wipe out of this, but they would need to land a little bit more coordination that we saw maybe on the first couple maps of passing than we have on the Sacrifice. It's going to be a Smoker, Charger, and a Jockey for the first hit here on this tank. Let's see if Tofu decides to either commit or just play the Rock. I think he's going to start playing Rock right here, but the Survivors are doing a really good job of just fanning out and blocking those spawns underneath. There's not a whole lot of room to move. Do have a Smoker going in, imagine you get a quick pull on the Zoe, instantly cleared. Charger rocketing in from up top. Rock is going to miss. We're going to have that Charger trying to jump and get a punch there. Eventually is going to whiff. And the Jockey is also going to go in. And this is a new strategy. I don't think we've seen a lot of Survivors drop down there if they decide to stay there.
Reloading.
Take it for one moment, Rose.
Alright, I shall. Let's see here. We're going to have that Deagle chip going out onto that tank as well. Jockey is the last thing in the spawn queue before the next hit comes up. Rock almost landing onto a Produce, but it's not going to. Let's see. Boomer and another spawn coming into queue in a second. Honestly, I mean, Silencio Jockies in a good position right here. They're getting enough LOS and they're not bleeding out at this point, so they're okay. We have a single boom going in. I think Silencio Jockies are going to see this tank rolling in on them right now. Tank going in, managing to get his first punch onto Lewis right there. Nice car going out onto Apathy as well. That could be a death / should be a death. 2 hits, 1 more onto him will confirm it, but I think it's actually wedged in between the tree there. Now that is the kill. Jockey did manage to land for a little bit too. Hunter bouncing around. Tank working his way around here after getting that kill, trying to get a corner onto France, I think. Deciding to climb out on the ladder instead. We do see the land going out now. And let's see if this tank is going to be able to finagle anything else before he gets shut down. Survivor's actually running through the alley here, working their way back. We do see a pull going out onto Zoe. Rock going down, trying to land on Zoe. It does. More damage out onto Team Silencio Jockies following up that kill. Charger gets a charge right there. Nice rock going out to Ramirez once again.
Indeed, and Ram just blowing through the pills right now. Going to go ahead and take another set of pills here. Avocado having 1 set of pills left on him, but they have those 4 sets obviously left on the bench over there. And Tofu having a bit of a hard time with this hittable. Now he does eventually get it, and they're going to go ahead and start the next generator and probably go for the 3rd as well. The troll is coming out here from Silencio Jockeys. Like, you know what, start it all, get the distance points. Let's go, guys. And they're going to go ahead and make the way over to the next generator slowly but surely, but they're going to actually come into contact here with the other tank that has spawned up on the opposite side of the building. So now they're sandwiched between two tanks and a hard place. And let's see what they can make happen here.
2 tanks and a hard place, that's absolutely correct. Tofu is still running around with his low HP tank. We do have that Hunter actually getting cleared by a rock right there. Impulse has the other tank up, and they're both going to be able to run around here, just smacking hittables everywhere. Silencio Jockies, have they started all 3? I think indeed they have. So this is going to be interesting now. Lots of hittables flying around, and yeah, it's turned into an absolute shit fest. And this is pretty good to see. We do have one corner going out over there. That's going to be the in cap on to Acer. And I mean, this is what you can expect after losing one survivor to a kill there and trying to get the most points possible. I can understand that. That is going to be a, let's see, charge trying to land on the building. The tank is, one of the tanks is going to work his way in there, managing to land the rock. PSM is going to potentially get cornered here. Tank got caught for a second on something, I'm not exactly sure what. That's going to be the down to him. And Ram's trying to get picked up in the other corner. There still are 2 tanks up, working their way in. And, you know, if they actually stay alive a little bit longer, you could see 3.
Did Impulse just jump rock?
Impulse? He might have. I don't know, I didn't see it. Did you?
I could swear that was a jump rock, and I know that everyone in chat on my stream is about to say it was a jump rock. They're gonna be like, wait, catch me. He jump rocked.
Let's
I don't
see.
know if at this point if it'll matter because of the score delta, but if it does, that would suck.
It could have been, but honestly, I'm not entirely sure. Do you think he found out the super secret way to jump rock?
Well, we kind of announced it on stream.
Yeah, we did. I mean, I don't know if he figured it out or not, but it looks as though he is getting a corner right here. And, you know, these tanks actually might be killed. There is still an AI tank running around. Another punch going out, spraying the damage beautifully in this area. Nice tri-boom going in. Charter coming in as well. Gonna get leveled. Jockey's not gonna get much of anything. And we do have another tank right here, but that is actually AI tank climbing its way in. So we just saw a team... we saw the team actually kill both those tanks at the same time.
Kind of confused as to how they just did that, but regardless, very well played to Silencio Jockies. We haven't seen a team actually make this event yet, and it looks like they might actually be able to have a go at it, at least. I mean, one of them has... They basically need all 3 as it is, because they have to have at least 2 people survive. But anyway, Spit going in here, trying to do a bit more damage to the survivors. I believe they set all 3 generators off, and all tanks are dead. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, right?
I think they have one more tank left, don't they?
Right.
Tofu's tank
it might be
went AI
after...
there and was running around for a while.
Oh yeah, there should be another one right about now after this horde is over.
Should be coming up soon. I mean, obviously they are going to be dead at that point. They've scored a pretty good amount of points there, though, obviously making it to that 3rd tank. And there is that 3rd tank coming up into the hands of Kenton, Hero, a.k.a. And let's see, he shouldn't be able to wander and wipe them right now because all of them are slow. That's what we should see. PSM saying question mark right there. Does not realize that there are 3 tanks, I'm not sure. They only killed 2 at the same time right there. So that is going to be the in cap going out with the Spit as well. And let's see, he's going to work his way around to Ramirez, who is the last survivor. Running his way around, trying to just jump on top of this generator. Let's see if Ken can land it. Ram's at a high point right now, so Tank's going to have to jump and try to hit him. And he's going to miss that. Actually, he isn't even swinging at him yet. He's just kind of working him around. There's the in cap going out. So that's going to be Silencio Jockies wiping 40666.
He went for the butt punch. He got the butt punch.
Got the butt punch.
No, butt punch. Not butt.
Yeah, I know. No, I know the butt punch, yes.
Butt punch.
Yeah, butt punch.
Butt punch.
Butt punch?
Butt punch.
Butt punch. PSM, Hunter, water, boat.
There's gotta be a sailboat around here
That was
somewhere.
one of the dumbest. That's probably the dumbest hunter I've ever seen. It's like he just gave up trying after he initially pounced. He was like, you know what, guys, screw it. I like the water.
Boosh.
That was great.
Proud you see my own side of that tank.
Freaking Acer. Oh, but anyway, we're going live here with the final half. It's been a little bit of a loopy game for the past 2 rounds or so. And we'll see Smile Sports Society finishing us off here strong for us this week over on the Survivor half. With obviously Silencio Jockies on the SI. And first hit, pretty well taken there actually by Smile Sports Society. Only damage going out to Kenton really, along with 4 damage out onto Impulse. So they are sitting pretty nicely right now. No friendly fire going out as of yet. So they gotta be happy so far with how the round has gone. And I wonder if it's even still mathematically possible. 1,400 No, I believe it's, yeah, 700. So it's 2100. Yeah, it's out of the ballpark. Max they get is like 4400. So, and that's with the 8th freaking round. So it's kind of all but over at this point in time. Attack coming in though. Charger, Smoker working together. Charger getting absolutely obliterated though there by the guns of the survivors. Smoker grabbing Lewis through the spit though as he exited it and going to cause a lot more damage out onto Impulse as he gets scratched up by the spitter upon the pull happening. And they still haven't even started a generator yet. Are they going to start all 3 of them at once? Oh my god, they're doing it.
They're going to have to.
Oh god.
And I think they're going to get it right here. So all 3 generators.
That's 2 insta-tanks and then 1 after the Horde, I think.
Let's see, 1 tank Reno coming up right now into the hands of Acer. Second tank Reno I haven't actually seen yet, but they're going to work their way up right here. And they're actually going to get a lot of points from this, I'm pretty sure. Let's see how long it takes for actually all 3 tanks to spawn. Let's see if we can actually do it in the match right here. That would be pretty cool. Acer already moving into position. There is going to be some Horde off of this too. Might be a little bit of delay. Acer actually already rolling his way directly in for the insta-commit. Missing that first punch onto Lawnmower, getting the second one into the corner though. He is going to get that full corner out onto him. Charger is up as well, actually falling behind right there. We can see that Jockey getting M2'd and blasted in the face. And looks like the survivors are just going to keep running their way around the map right here, which I think is the right call, because like I said, if we want to see 3 tanks, this is the way to do it. We're going to see the Hunter. Oh, that car rolling into Impulse as well. GG's coming out right here as soon as these people are going to be caught. But again, we could also see multiple tanks. I don't think they're going to spawn quite yet. And Tofu is still up. Bot Lewis is getting killed right now. And Tofu is going to do laps right here. Charter's chasing him in. He's going to die. And this eventually will be the corner. Acer, though, is having some fun staring at Tofu. There's the survivor's failed glitch. So right before this tank dies, he should be able to get the corner, potentially. Instead, he's going to wait for his Hunter friend to go in. Actually clears him. Tofu is still alive, and he just left with disconnect by user. Bot Zoe is the MVP for this game. Actually, now it's me, and I teleported back to the safe room because fuck all of you.
Wow, that was aggressive.
So yeah, that's going to be Team Smile Support Society losing to Team Silencio Jockies by a score of 4,666 to about 2,300 and something. So that's it was close for the first 2 maps, but then it got a little bit out of hand.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much map 3 was when, obviously, Silencio Jackie started making that getaway, and then map 4, they really just blew it up at that point in time. They finished the map with a 1,000 score, and there's not really all much you can do to really stop that or counter it. It's just an incredibly amazing round, and, you know, they just held on to that lead going to the finale, stayed strong, and they managed to beat out Smiley Faces, or Smiley Support Society here, in the final game of the weekend for us, or at least you and me, because I know after yesterday, that 15-hour day, and now another day of, what, 9 hours? Yeah, I started at 3, and we're at like 11:30, so yeah, give it the prep time of, yeah, a half hour, so yeah, around another 9 hours. So yeah, I had a pretty long weekend at the least. I know you were here for most of it as well.
Yeah, that was pretty insane, but hey, we covered it, we did it. That was the longest map right there. I think we're going to have to deal with in at least home and away for the, I don't know, what is this, the Swiss stages, so, I mean, that's a good way to end it, though, I would say. And now, like I said, we'll see those pairings coming up. We know that EOS versus Serenity is going to be one of the matchups that we're going to see mathematically because they are the last 2 unbeaten teams. So I'm excited for it.
Yeah, that should be an absolutely sick game to watch. Once again, that's going to be Serenity taking on Team EOS, or Element of Surprise. So basically, Hib going up against Miro.